Your thoughts on the game as a whole?
First off, congratulations to the football team and to the volleyball team on big wins today. Thanks for sharing that. I knew the football team had won, and so that's a big hat trick for Husky Nation. Very proud of that. Happy birthday to one of the nicest people I've ever met, Julie Hembroff, Dirk's wife. Let's get that out. Get that out there as well. I love that woman, and I know our family does as well. So, thoughts on the game? Resiliency. I didn't think we played particularly well. I think our players would say they didn't play particularly well. I thought we got good goaltending and good timely goaltending, and I thought that we got a really good effort out of our top guys, especially Mosley, with a natural hat trick in the third and in overtime. Getting that big goal for us with the goalie out. We're seconds away from a defeat, and we snatch a victory out of it. So, resilient group, a group that continues to grow. And we played a good hockey team. I looked at it today. That team has 974 games played on what they put on the ice last night. And I'm sure it was the same tonight. We have 630 something or something to that effect games played, and very few. It's lopsided on defense. So, and I think that showed a bit tonight. I think we have some work to do with our defense overall. But they'll get confidence over time, and they'll grow over time, and learn to be a little bit more consistent. I think it showed mostly in a lot of ways, but on the penalty kill. I think that we were giving them too much possession time, and not aggressive and not assertive and not blocking shots and things like that. So there's a price you pay to have success, and tonight we had enough guys pay the price, and extremely proud of the group. Love the group, proud of them, and there's a lot of room to grow, and but it's nice to be able to win games and know that there's room for improvement.
Talk about Mosley's first goal as being sort of a spark for everything that happened after.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a spark. I mean, it seems like all weekend long, excuse me, all weekend long we'd make some strides. We'd start playing well, and then penalties. I mean, like we've got to control that. And we lose momentum, and then that's what happened. Mosley scores and we tie it. It ended up being on a 5-on-3. I didn't see the goal. The guys were standing and things like that, but it was on 5-on-3. And then he gets the goal at the end. I did see that one, but they took the lead. So at that point, where guys are like trying to find it, and they found it. They did good puck control. We kept the puck in the zone for most of the time with the goaltender out, and Moser got a good enough look to get it by the goaltender. I thought the goaltender played very well in the game as well. So, good hockey game, great crowd. They stayed right till the end through the fight song, and we needed them again tonight. We need that emotion, and I even sat on the bench a couple times. Fellas, let's get the crowd into it. These people want to, they want to get into this game. Let's get them into it, and they did. We gave them enough spark to get into it, and again, very, very happy and very proud of our guys.
Yourself and players usually talk about how important that fourth period is for game number 2. Well, we had a relatively strong first period there. For the second period where Augustana started to score, was that us becoming complacent or them adjusting, would you say?
Well, you know what I think happened? We started probably the first 10 minutes, 8 minutes very well, like you said. Then we took 3 straight penalties. So we have 6 minutes in the last 10 minutes or so of the period. I believe we take 3 straight penalties. Well, that, all of a sudden you've got certain guys that are playing a little bit more, and so now we're doing things. I didn't think we got the same energy out of some guys that we got last night in a supporting role, so we're using those guys even a little bit more in that hockey game to try to stay alive and stay close and stay in the hockey game. And so I think it was more of that, I won't say fatigue, but more of guys playing on their heels on the penalty kill and not being able to get into the game. Now last night, we got through 12 minutes of penalties in the first period, 2 majors and a minor. Too much to bite off at the beginning of a hockey game. So I don't think it was that. I think the first period, I think the penalties changed the momentum, and then that carried into on a Saturday night, back-to-back nights. You got some guys that played some hockey. You get them on the ice a little bit more in special team situations, and then we needed our depth. And we got some really good shifts, I thought, out of some guys then in the second half of the game, or especially in the third period.
With game one, we saw the young guns take to the score sheet. Tonight, it's been more the veteran presence. Is it nice seeing that kind of more or less even distribution among your older and your newer players?
Well, it's nice to be developing a team, and developing as a team and not as as this group or that group or whatever. It's nice to have that support as a team. Is what's good. We're all in this together. There comes a point in the second half of the year where there are no freshmen. You know what I mean? Again, we still have a lot of room to grow, but our guys, the mood's been good. Through tough times at the beginning, and being nationally ranked in the top 10 to not being able to win in our first 7, and that takes a toll on a young group. And I take my hats off to them for the resiliency that they've been showing and battling back. Last Friday we scored with the goaltender out and got a tie game in that, and those things all build confidence and probably led to the success we had tonight.
Thank you.